Hello everyone. Welcome to Oracle Fusion Technical Training by Unogis. In this video, we'll see how to configure extensible flex fields in Fusion application. So we'll pick up an example from HCM, but the process should be same for other offerings as well, be it financials or HCM. So first of all, what is this extensible flex fields? So this is a new concept in ERP Cloud. We don't have it in eBusiness Suite for that matter. Extensible flex fields. So what is a flex field in first place? Flex fields help you to define additional fields on a standard pages given by Oracle. Okay, so on any page, if client wants to capture additional information, that's when we normally configure and deploy flex fields. And we have, in the previous video, we've seen how to configure and deploy a descriptive flex field. But the problem with a descriptive flex field is it will let you save only a one combination of the additional segments on a specific record. But if you need a multi-row behavior, or if you want to save multiple records of additional segments that you are enabling on a page, and if you want to save all of it on a single record that you're creating, then you will have to enable it as an extensible flex field. So let me explain it with an example. So say, for example, you're creating a location. And when you're creating a location, I want to tag departments to the location. So on the location page, out of the box, you don't have any placeholder to tag location to a department or to capture department information on a location. So you have to use a flex field to enable that. And I could have made use of DFF if I want to capture only one department information on a location page. So if all I have to do is tag only one department to a specific location or to a location that we are creating, then a DFF would work absolutely fine. But the requirement is client wants to tag multiple departments which could make use of the same location. So there could be a use case that multiple departments are working out from the same location. And when the location is created, client wants to identify what all departments are using that particular location. And what that means is a single location gets created. When they create a single location, there will be only one record inserted into a per locations table. But on that location, we need to have a couple of departments tagged, not a single department, or maybe two or three. So that multi-row behavior will be achievable with extensible flex fields. Okay, so that's the difference between descriptive and extensible flex fields. And let's see how to go ahead and configure and deploy that. Process is pretty much the same. So you go to manage extensible flex fields screen. So let me show you the navigation from home page. From the home page, you have to go to setup and maintenance. And go to global search and search for manage extensible flex fields. And I want to configure and enable a extensible flex field on the location screen. So I go ahead and search for locations. And on the location screen, you've got two extensible flex fields, one to capture legislative information and one to capture additional information. So I'll pick up the additional information one. I'll edit it. And I'll go to manage context and enable the segments there. And what information I want to capture on the location, I want to capture the department information. So I want to capture department ID and the department name. And to the department ID, we're going to attach the format only value set that we have created in a previous video, not the previous one, 2 videos before this. We have discussed what a value set is, and we have created different value sets, right? And one of the value set that we created is a format only value set, which will accept only a number. So I want to show you guys how the format only value set behaves in the application. So we're going to enable 2 columns to capture department information. We'll use department ID and the department name or code maybe. And to department ID, we will attach the format only value set that should prevent user from entering a varchar value into department ID column. And we'll enable department name. And to the department name, we will tag the independent value set that we have created to capture departments. So let's go ahead and create a context first. We call it as UGEFF context. And you can define the behavior here. Here, you could pick and choose a multiple row behavior option. If you pick single row again, then the EFF also works pretty much the same way as DFF. You will be able to save only one combination of additional segments that you are enabling here on a specific record. Okay, so you need to select multiple rows if that is what you need. And you need to select at least one context usage, otherwise you get an error. And you click on the drop down, pick location in there, save, only then the segments get enabled. Once the segments are enabled, go ahead and add the segment. So add department ID and mark it as a unique key. So in the case of EFF, if you are enabling a couple of segments, you have to mark one of them as unique. And the data type is going to be number. And only if you pick this as number, you will be able to see the format or value set. Otherwise, you won't see it in the dropdown here. Ensure that you pick the number. Value set, yes, search for the value set that you have created earlier. Format only value set. And you could enter a display size. You could enter it as maybe 20. Save and create another. Let's add department name. Data type is character. Value set, we will attach the independent value set that we have created to whole departments. And you could enter the display size again. Let's use 20. Save and close. Save and close. And there are two more steps that you have to do in the case of EFF. The first step is select the locations category, and you will have to associate your context here. So add the context that you have defined. Add it. And when you go to pages, yeah, after adding the context in the associated context tab, save it. And after that, go to the page, and you will be able to add the context onto the page. Add the context. And you can save and close. Deploy the flex field. And once it is deployed, we'll open up a new session of the runtime application, and we should be able to see the changes. But EFF takes a little bit longer for deployment when compared to a DFF. Let's wait for EFF to be deployed, and let's sign out from here. It's 50% done. Shouldn't take more than a minute from now. It's almost done, 75% now. Yeah, it's deployed successfully now. And you could see green tick in there, green tick. So let's log into the application now and try to create a location. Sign in. Go to setup and maintenance. Global search. and search for manage locations, because we've enabled the extensible flex field on the location screen. And let's try to create a new location. Create a new one. You can give it a name. I could probably say UG test EFF location. And if you scroll down, you have to enter the details, without which you won't be able to see how it works. So enter all the mandatory columns first, and then scroll down to see the EFF information. Okay. And if you scroll down further, so if you notice here, you also have a DFF option on the location screen. But if you want to store only one department, then you could have probably made use of the DFF. But I want to store multiple departments on a single location, so that's why I have enabled. Extensible flex field. That's why I didn't use a DFF. Instead, I used EFF. So to see the EFF appears here at the end. So you see two EFFs on the page: extra information and legislative information. We have added a new context in the extra information. And if you open that, if you expand the extra information tab, if you scroll down, you see the new context in there, the EUG EFF context. And you could go ahead and add in a couple of departments here and tag them to the same location. And how do you add them? Click on add, and you enter a number. And remember, if you enter something, if you enter a varchar value there, you will notice that an error pops up which says that please enter a valid number. Okay, so you have to enter a valid number. And for a department, yeah, we have attached independent value set, independent department value set, which is showing up values available in that. So you could pick up, I want this location to be available for finance and say HR departments. So I could go ahead and select finance. And I can add in another record. Okay, I was getting some error related to, yeah, the code. This is blank. So ensure that you fill in the mandatory fields before you go to EFF. Otherwise, you see those errors popping up. Add another department. And I want this location to be available or to be used by a marketing department as well. So this is the benefit of using EFF. You can enable multi-row behavior so that you could store multiple combinations of additional segments that you are defining on a single record that you're creating, be it location, be it job, or be it something else. And all you have to do is submit this. And what you will notice is that since there will be only one record inserted into locations table, EFF information gets stored in extra information tables, and you could link those extra information tables with a per location table with the help of a location ID as a primary key. Okay, it's common sense. Let's go ahead and search for the location to validate if the information is saved or not. Open it up. And if you scroll down, you should be able to see the context saved, EFF context, and the values saved in there. Okay. And this is how you enable EFFs or configure EFFs in Fusion application. Okay. And in the next video, we'll see how to configure key flex fields in Oracle Cloud application. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you're interested in Oracle Fusion technical training offered by UnoGeeks, please call us on this number or send a WhatsApp message. Thank you.